Guys, what are you looking at on the table in front of you? Well, that is a Cold Steel Sisu. That is another vintage cold steel knife. This one is one I own. It's not as vintage as the previous ones. It's not like 80s. This is from about the 2011. So we're going to take a look at it from above. It's one of the knives I really love. It's a very good showing for Cold Steel. So let's take a quick look at it. Well, what are we looking at, guys? Well, we're going to look at this Cold Steel Sisu. Now, this is a knife that has been discontinued for a long time. I bought this back in 2011, and it was already discontinued then. I bought this while it was still in stock. I forget where. But this is a cold steel that Lynn Thompson designed in the fashion of a puku. Let me grab this thing. Is a fingerprint magnet. Sorry, I just want to be able to show you guys this. So this knife was one of the first nicer fixed blade knives that I ever purchased. I bought this from one of the purveyors that was selling it. So you've got a Sanmai 3 VG10 blade that's done in a mirror polish. You can see there's still markings on here where it says VG1 stainless, VG1 Sanmai, and then Cold Steel Japan. So this was made in Japan, including the very nice leather sheath. So the interesting thing about this is it was done as a puku fashion. So you have that unique blade, or unique handle shape. It's done with a rat tail tang, silver nickel bolsters. You can see mine are all patinaed over the years. But the thing about this is the reason this didn't do well is when people think of a puku, they think of like a Mora, where you have the thicker blade with the Scandi grind, and it's more of an outdoors knife. These were kind of just representative of what the puku is, but not really a puku. So you have some really beautiful micarta scales on this. This is a very, very nice knife. It's ground fairly well. It does have that termination point that I hate. It does not have a sharpening choil, but it is a nice knife. I've had this for years, and I have carried it and used it for a lot of things. This thing does cut really well. The VG1 steel that they used in these was a really good steel, and then it came with this awesome sheath, really well finished. And this has spent a lot of time just in my safe. It doesn't get carried on my belt and things like that. It winds up in a pack if I'm going to use it for anything and stuff, you know. But it has done a lot of stuff around the house and things over the years. You can see it's got some scratches and stuff. But these were really high quality knives. I've got several knives. We're going to look at some of the vintage cold steel stuff because I've got some, and I have a subscriber that has sent me some. So these were like the higher end cold steels. This right now you can find these online available for about $550, which is not that bad when you consider, if I remember correctly, I paid upwards of $350 or $400 for this when it was released. There are some definite issues with this that I have with the knife itself, but none of them are quality issues. This is one of those knives that like basically came perfect and has stayed that way. As far as quality issues, there was no quality control issues on this. There is a spot here where you can see where this has cracked out a little bit. That is, I'm pretty sure that's my fault. I dropped this a couple times. You can see there's some nicks and stuff. And then I noticed that there was like a spot where the thread, I don't know if solder got knocked out or something like that, but it did not come like that. That happened later. So, there's only a couple little things with this knife, and we'll talk about those after we get through the cool stuff. The fittings and everything on this are just gorgeous. They fit really well, and as oddly shaped as this is, it's very comfortable in hand. It tapers this way, so it doesn't feel like the knife's going to come out of your hand. Even though that micarta is fairly polished, it does not feel slick at all. It feels really good in hand. Now, this is something that you would be using, you know, this is just an all-around good camp knife, but I can't really say it's bushcraft-esque because the fact is this doesn't have the Scandi grind you'd want. Now, VG1, which is the core steel of this, was Cold Steel's answer to VG10 that Spyderco was using. It's really similar in composition. If I can find the composition charts, I'll show you, but I remember all the discussion being how similar it was. They saw how much success Spyderco was having with their VG10, and they got something formulated and similar in Seki City. But yeah, you can see it's definitely Sanmai. You can see that the jacket steel and the core steel have got a little bit of a different finish. And that's just going to happen. But I love the look of that. This is a lot of fun in this knife. So these were discontinued back in 2011, like I said, and that's when I got mine. I do know that because I bought it as a discontinued item. The only couple things that I will say I don't like about this knife, the sheath is it's kind of bulky and awkward. I think I would have wanted something a little bit thinner and lower profile. And then, like I said, there's just no sharpening choil in here. I wanted to add one, and I've thought about doing it a bunch of times, but the fact is I don't want to change this knife because I absolutely fell in love with it the first time I ever saw it. And then I got it, and I've had it for years. And I have a bunch of old vintage I have a couple of old vintage cold steel knives still that we could look at and see. But this knife is a lot of fun. I just thought we would take a look at it and revisit a little bit of cold steel history. This one's along the lines of that mini Tonto, where it's fairly rare. So that's it, guys. Just a quick look at this knife. So I thought it would be fun. Let's turn this around, send you home, and you can finish out your day. So there you go, guys. A cold steel Sisu. It's kind of a rare knife. They only made it for a while, just a short period of time, just like, I think 3 years, if I remember correctly. So I've had that knife in my collection for a long time. I really love it. Just a short little overview for you guys. I do know it's not a full-on traditional puku. I like the way it looks. I don't know what it is about that knife, but it definitely appeals to me. So guys, that's it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please try to tell me why. I can't change that content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on, or to all, and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, or you will not get notified. Likes are the best thing you could do for any channel, so I please ask that if you watch a video for more than 15 seconds, even if it's not mine, I'm talking any channel, please give those channels some love, give them a like, help push them up the algorithm to show YouTube that you find value in their content. If you do want to support the channel financially, I have a bunch of affiliate links down below. A lot of them are Amazon links. You don't have to purchase the thing that you clicked on for the Amazon links. You can just use that as a way to get into my affiliate store, and anything you purchase after that, I get credit for it. So you can click on the thing for screwdrivers, and then you can buy shampoo. It doesn't matter. So if you're going to do some shopping on Amazon, I would ask that you do that. It supports the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Coffee Brand Coffee, there's a 5% discount if you use my affiliate link, or the coupon code CrazySharp, all caps, all one word. And I do have a membership that is down below that you can get in on tier-based benefits. Everyone has access to my Gilded server, which, just like Discord, baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways I do on the Discord server. Premium tier members have access to a sharpening tutorial series behind the paywall. So that's it, guys. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes sure that I can moderate the channel easier and your comments get seen by everyone. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.